Hello and welcome to Jemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below and come to the conclusion that you are a power year number 5, then you are at the right place. Now, as a power year number 5, your month of January is the month of 6. Okay, so what do these numbers mean? Well, 5 means change, adventure, freedom. But sometimes change can be a surprise. So sometimes you get surprises in a power year number 5. Of course, we want everything to be positive, but sometimes changes feel uncomfortable because the universe is pushing you to make a change and to change gears for the rest of your life cycle. So, the 6 talks about possibly marriage or breaking up. It can also talk about responsibility and the balance of responsibility, say between you and how many hours you do at work, and the tug between the two, and how do I balance those two things. So let's take a look. Let's start with business. Oh, and let me tell you your power days. For January, your power days, 5, will be January 9th, 18th, and 27th. Those are days where you feel double the energy of whatever it is you're doing in that month. Okay, and also if you're looking for a job or good days to send out a resume or have an interview, will be January 7th, 16th, and 25th. Okay, so let's take a look. I already pulled a couple of cards for us, but I'll probably be pulling more while we're together. And the cards that I have, which suit you perfectly, 5, is I feel like there's change brewing. Now, you've already felt it coming on. Let's take work. If you've already got the job, you've already felt that there's going to be different people maybe joining the company. Maybe they've let some people go. Maybe there's a new boss at work. Or maybe you just don't feel like work is a proper fit. The card that I have happening in the here and now happens to be a 5, happens to be about money. And it's talking about you leaving a situation voluntarily. So it means that you may let people know at the office that things aren't going the way you would like them to, and you would like a change. You would like to move to a different office. You would like to have a different, report to a different boss. And as I tell my clients with this card, this is the ball being in your court where you make the choices. And that's nice. So it's not so much of a surprise, but it is indeed a change. Now, the card coming into being is a card where this doesn't please everybody or it doesn't go over so well with everyone. I don't think it matters to you. I think that you have 2 strong cards here talking about change, and you're the one making that choice. And I think you're ready to take it on and let the appropriate people know that you're looking for that change. Now, this can have to do with responsibility because you're in this month of 6. So the responsibility might be, I don't want to drive so far. I want to be transferred to an office that is closer to home. I spend too much time on the road and too much time at work, and I have to take care of this person or this issue or myself, and I can't do it. So that's an underlying theme, that it might be for the greater good. So you taking on this authority figure, which also happens to be a 5, it's just going to be a part of what you need to do to get to where you're going. Now, I'm going to pull one card for you just to see, okay, so how does it go? If the cards don't want to tell us, they're not going to tell us. But I do want you to know that you are the best judge of everything that you do. That I am thrilled for you to join me, and I love to give information, to have you look at things differently, or maybe validate, or maybe even comfort you. But you are always the best judge. The card that I pulled is the death card, so you are definitely going to be making some changes. Now, no one's going to be dying. I mean, you know that. The death card means letting go of the life you're living to receive the wonderful life that's waiting for you. So these changes, though they're going to ruffle some feathers, are really going to be for the greater good of the rest of your life. So I feel like it's a deed that's done. It's in your energy and it's going to be happening. If you are looking for a job, fives, this might be a year where you change gears completely. You go on a different course. You decide, I don't want to work nights anymore. I want to work days. I don't want to work days anymore. I want to work nights. I don't want to work at a bookstore. I want to work at a gym. It's a radical year for you. And though everything in here is about change, I want to pull some cards especially for you and just take a look at, okay. So what we have, if you're looking for a job here, I have a major arcana card. It is the Empress card, and it's about, I feel like you've already planted your seeds and you're sending out some resumes, or you've sent them out, or you've already talked to someone, but that there's delayed success. When we have the Empress card, we're talking about delayed success, that you've got your ducks in order, but it's going to take a while. The following two cards that I have the conflict card, working out problems, and then I have you feeling anxious about, is this ever going to happen? Is it ever going to manifest? And I have to tell you, you're trying to get your life under control, but you're also making changes in your life. You're where you're supposed to be. It's just taking longer than you would like. Now, your month of January, it's a good month for you to find a job. February, you'll be in that month of 7, which is you might be doing training or getting an extra certification of some kind, or just be stuck waiting, but you're meant to have faith. When you get to March, you're in a very successful month. March is a financially successful month for all of you across the board, fives. But also, if you're looking for that job, by March looks good. The Empress represents 9. That can be 9 days, the 9th of a month situation, 9 weeks, okay? Until it comes to fruition. Let's take a look at love, and let's take a look, fives, at those of you who are already in a relationship, and then we'll take a look at those of you who would like to be in a relationship. Okay. So what we have, let's look at a few key days, okay? For love, the best romantic days that we have are January 2nd, January 9th, and January 18th. Now, remember your power days are also the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th. So if you want to ask someone out, or you want to talk to someone about an issue that you have, or take a chance on love, those would be the best days to do so. The cards that I've pulled for those of you who have been in a relationship is, I have the second chance at love here card. January is a big love month for you in 6. So I feel like there may be a lot of reconciliations out there happening for power year number 5s in the month of January. You are aware you've got your work ahead of you, and that's what I have happening in the here and now. Is like, I'm going to take this on. We're going to start anew. The person that I'm with wants me to move in with them, and I'm going to give it a try. You know, that kind of thing where you're resurrecting and you're trying to work through problems. But then there's even more problems on top of those that you need to work through. So you've got your work ahead of you for the month of January, but on the other hand, you've decided, or you will be deciding together as a couple to try again and make it work. Now, if you're looking for a relationship, those of you who are looking to rekindle something or get back together, or maybe it's just an old friend from 3 years ago and they're home for the holidays, for Christmas, I feel like that's a lot of work ahead for you. I feel like that's not running as smoothly for you, and it may be happening that it doesn't come together for you in January. trying to make something work that you had wanted. If you're looking fresh or looking anew, it's no one, that you've ever thought of before or met before or something like that. Let's look at fresh, new. I'm looking for love. How's it going to go for January? Once again, some clarification cards. Okay, so again, I'm not getting smooth waters. You are in this year of 5 where things are bouncing around and moving around, and I have you on your own, and a lot of you are kind of liking it. I'm finding that your sense of responsibility was so dedicated to trying to meet someone, to trying to make it work, to trying to be available, to trying to do your hair every day and meeting people that you're getting to know on computer dating. That's a lot of work, that constant blind date situation. And I feel like this is talking about, I'm going to take a rest for a while because it's really been exhausting. I feel like in the recent past, there's been upsets and misunderstandings, and it's taken a lot out of you. And moving forward is where you ask for help. You ask someone appropriate for help. How do I meet someone? Where will I meet someone? How do I do this? And you think of a new way to approach moving forward. That's pretty much what I have for you when it comes to relationship. I don't feel like if you're looking for love in January, that it's necessarily the best month for you, power year number 5. You're kind of just coming down from something and trying to regroup, and you will revisit that. Lastly, I'd like to take a look at a few cards for, I'd like you to think of any situation in your life, if you would, anything that's on your mind, even if it's something that we've already covered. Okay? And I'm going to pull 3 cards for the best possible outcome for that situation. Now, you know that you're the judge of your own destinies, and I always like to say that, just to let you know, you're the boss, applesauce. Let me take a look at, okay, so any situation happening in your life where you might need to stand up for yourself, the best days would be January 4th, January 13th, the 22nd, and the 31st. And how about things that represent endings? January 3rd, January 12th, January 21st, and January 30th. So we're looking at this situation, any situation that you have in mind. And the card that I have in the here and now is the card about a struggle for leadership. It's like this, I'm trying to be nice situation, but I'm really getting bored of being nice. I think I'd like to say how I feel. And it's this power struggle going back and forth. Or the person that you're in the struggle with may be feeling that about you. The situation that I have is you feel you've been very nice. You feel you've been waiting for an awfully long time for this to happen. And it's time you're feeling you want to make a move. So you're in the year for changes. So any kind of hankering that you have that this isn't right, I want to change it, is a natural response to a power year number 5. You're in the year of breaking up, the month of breaking up, making up, or of, I don't want to work so hard anymore at this, whatever your situation is. That's what's going on. You have a very nice card coming into your conclusion. It's the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune is like destiny. It's like if you've been having bad luck in particular, or things have been going slowly, like it looks like they have been, the Wheel of Fortune card comes along and goes push, and pushes you into a better position. It's about what's been preordained in your life, what's already decided that your life is supposed to be. You're going to be pushed in this situation, whatever this is that you're thinking of. The universe is taking care of you. Your ancestors are around you taking care of you, and they're going to make sure that you get pushed in the proper direction. So far, it's been moving very slowly. Now, I can't guarantee a conclusion, but a conclusion is coming, and it usually is for the better if it's a Wheel of Fortune card, because it's the opposite of what we're seeing. And what we're seeing is moving slowly, and you've been behaving and trying to move it along gently and nicely. However, it's not moving. And the Wheel of Fortune card's going to come and push you where you want this situation to go, and making it snappy. Okay, so you're in this month of 6, you're in this year of 5, where changes and things are happening, so it should move relatively quickly for you. And that's what I have for you this month. So I thank you so much for joining Gemma's Window. Any information you'd like about me or services I offer, that is on my website, gemmaswindow.com. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.